It's easy to flare up. It's easy to put people down. It's easy to sometimes even ridicule people. And we do these things subconsciously. And even when we do it consciously, we will make boast to say that I'm just expressing myself. I even heard of how a lady has the effrontery to say to her boss that when she's angry, nobody dare come close to her, not even her father. And I'm wondering, is that an achievement? Is that something she should be proud of? I'm telling you, you could probably consider it a strength that when you are angry, people don't come close to you. But if you did that in the past, you'll probably go away with it. But in the times you are living in, you cannot do that and go away with it, because there is such a thing as emotional intelligence, particularly within the context of this discourse. I am going to show you how mastering your emotions in 2023 will help transform your life for good. The idea is, when you look at the man by the name Daniel Goleman, in his groundbreaking book, Emotional Intelligence, he told us that in the times we are living in, you don't just need IQ. That's intelligent quotient. It's great. You can add up numbers, you are smart and all of that. He said if you want to win in the new world, you must understand that there is a place for emotional intelligence. And that's why you don't have to be an extremist in terms of expressing or venting your anger, because it's a whole new world we are living in. We are dealing with human beings, and human beings have emotions. Your ability to manage your emotion, the emotions of people around you, the situations and circumstances you find yourself for your own good in a pleasant way, is what makes you to be emotionally intelligent. Just imagine this scenario. A man walks into the airport with his two lovely children, and children being who they are, they were throwing tantrums and making noise, disturbing people and obstructing things that was happening in that space. And some people were very angry. They just left in anger. People were wondering, why would this man just watch his children go wild? But guess what? Somebody in that audience had a level of emotional intelligence. The man summoned the courage, and he went to him and he asked that, hello gentleman, your wonderful kids, they are kind of loud. Doesn't it bother you that they are kind of putting people off? And the next thing, the man burst into tears, and he was wondering, what cause for tears? What did I say? And in the middle of the man's, while the man was in tears, he said to him, they had just lost their mom. And in that moment, this man broke down, and everybody suddenly could understand with him. It is emotional intelligence that would help you to empathize. When you empathize with people, you are most likely going to be an effective leader. If you have teammates and all you do is to vent and express yourself, regardless of thinking of what other people are feeling or how other people feel by the reason of you expressing yourself, I tell you, you are not going to go very far. And that's why I want to share with you 5 major ways to master your emotions for good. If you're new to this platform, I am Ogunshola, your peak performance strategist. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done that already. When you have emotional intelligence, you will be able to understand where people are coming from and why they are doing what they are doing. And that's it. Like, if you want to master your emotions in 2023 and go very far, number 1, you must understand that you have to learn how to accept people for who they are, not tolerate people. Look at this. I was with somebody, and the person shared about how when he got married, he is good with numbers, the wife is not good with numbers, and he began to feel like, what is there in a 5 plus 2, for instance, that she's not so good that she'll be looking for a calculator. But over time, he suddenly realized that this lady that is not good with numbers, she's good with a lot of things. She's good with technology, she's good with home front and other things, and hence they are now complementing each other. That's it. When you learn to accept people for who they are, you would realize that the people in your life, they are not bad, and you yourself, you are not the best. The only thing is, you guys are different. So in mastering your emotion, understand the fact that Accept people, don't tolerate people. Tolerate is like there is a threshold of tolerance, but acceptance is I have accepted you for who you are. I celebrate who you are because I know I am different and you are different. And that's what makes us human in the first place. Our differences, not necessarily our similarities. In mastering your emotion, when you feel like you are losing it, when we talk about emotions, there are good and bad emotions. Sometimes, let me quickly run through the good emotions, talk about joy, excitement, happiness, love, peace. These are great emotions. But when you talk about the bad emotion, talk about anger, talk about rage, talk about malice, talk about disappointment. You see, when you face disappointment, when you face hurt and pain, if you want to master your emotion, all you need to do is channel that negative emotion into something positive. So what do I mean? If, for instance, you have just been hurt, instead of you to, begin to speak in your frustration and pain, why not leave that thing altogether? Or maybe you just lost the relationship. Why not leave that thing altogether, and the energy you'd have used, to feel bad and just be weeping in your closet. If you are the kind of person that loves to clean, why not channel that energy into cleaning? If you're the kind of person that loves to, just by all means, find a way to do something constructive. If you're the kind of person that loves to pray, just instead of you bemoaning your faith, you could channel it into prayer. It's called channeling. When you channel emotions that would have been a negative one, you can turn it into positive advantage. I tell you, you are going to win, because a lot of disappointment will happen in the course of 2023. Some great things will happen, but some things you did not even expect will happen. But if you know how to douse the tension and channel your emotions from negative to positive, I tell you, you're on the track to mastering your emotion, and you can be considered as an emotionally intelligent person. Another secret to mastering your emotion is practice silence and deep breathing. You see, when you are in a place of rage, for instance, now two of you are angry. You've had it, two wrongs don't make it right. You are angry, the other person is angry, and you're both shouting on top of your voice. I tell you, it's always better you practice silence. It's always good you say to yourself, why am I angry? Or better still, rather than just the other person is shouting, you are shouting. I can even remember a scenario that I personally experienced. So what happened was, in one of my businesses, I have a staff that does some informal work for me, and there was a altercation with a customer, and my attention was called upon. By the time I got to the location, what did I do? I tried to hear out the customer, and I saw that the customer was angry, and he was raging, and he was shouting, and all I did was I practiced silence. I apologized, and I told him that whatever we needed to do to make it right for him, we will do it. And when he saw that, in the heat of the argument, while he was raging and shouting, I was just silent. Of course, you know that when you and someone is having an altercation, for instance, and you are not talking and the other person is talking, that person that keeps on talking, he would soon become the guilty one, and everybody would want to take on him. That's the idea. So learn to be silent in the heat of rage, because emotional mastery tells you that. Also tell yourself, I can manage this situation. I will not be angry, because two wrongs don't make a right. Deep breathing is a good way to go. The moment you get to a place where there is tension, just take a deep breath. The moment you are taking a deep breath, your diaphragm, your body composition, and everything about you is being recalibrated to a more suitable posture. And once that is done, you suddenly become in control. So not the external is no longer controlling you, but you are controlling yourself from inside out. And it's very important for you to have that level of emotional intelligence to handle situations of rage, anger, and tension. Emotional intelligence is something that as we begin to delve into, we will see the value of it in our life. Sometimes, for us as human beings, things that trigger us are even things that are not our business. You cannot, if in life you learn how to mind your business. Have you seen people go on social media and they are throwing banters and doing all sorts of things? I heard of a situation where a young man went on social media and was taking on, a manager in an organization, only for this young man to be a core member within a particular state, and from social media he was trailed and he was arrested and he was prosecuted. What if the bandwagon conversation he jumped on was none of his business? It has nothing to do with advancement of his career. If only you will just mind your business. The truth is, they say it, wahala no dey finish. Sometimes wahala be like bicycle. For my Nigerian folks, you understand what I'm saying. So when you just see that things are happening and it's none of your business, for you to, have your sanity, just learn to mind your business. Don't get involved in people's business. Focus on you, because it's always about the man in the mirror. Build your life. If you want to do anything, by all means, you can help people for good. But when people are involved in some drama, don't get caught up in people's drama, because humans will always be human. I've had a situation where somebody went to settle a quarrel and he came back with a broken head. That's part of not minding your business, because to be honest, if you mind your business, you will not go and be meddling with people's affairs. You want to master your emotions, you have to choose your peace, choose your well-being, choose what you say, choose what you consume, choose what you do. Because I always say to myself, there are affirmations I practice daily that prop me for success and greatness. Say to yourself, I choose happiness, I choose peace, I do not want drama. When you have already prioritized your mental health, when you have decided that this is what you want for your life, you will go all out for it. I am Michael Ogunshola, the Peak Performance Strategist. If you receive value from this channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Many thanks.